started modelling back in 1996, 1 or 2 years ago, in England. My first ever fashion show was for Vivienn Westwood, and it was quite an experience, one I'll never forget. It was incredible. It was in the Dorchester Hotel, and I had my parents come down and my sister, and there were some amazing people in the front row, and it was just a really, really jolly day. I wish I could repeat it again. I finished my education, and then I moved up to London, and I just did modelling professionally, travelled around the world, seeing some incredible cities, incredible places, meeting some creative geniuses of the world, and had lots of fun doing it. I've worked for all the greats. Worked for Alexander McQueen, for Alberto Ferretti, for Helmut Lang, for Givenchy, Yves Saint Laurent. Oh. I think Alexander McQueen was probably the most creative designer that I worked with. His imagination and his dreams and what was going on in his head, how it transformed into clothes, was an incredible vision. It was inspiring and beautiful and incredible to be part of this world. I think all the supermodels, they've all got that something else that makes them different. Like, for example, Giselle, she was such an enigmatic person. She was full of life, and she smiles. Didn't do her career any harm. So yeah, I guess you want to be different. I think the sort of pinnacle of my career was doing Tom Ford's first show for Yves Saint Laurent. After that, I then got some really, really good editorial shoots, and it really, really helped to further my career. I think the fashion industry is definitely, it's become more professional since when I first started. The accent is more on making money, being on time. You know, this is a business now. And whereas when I started, we could turn up 2 hours late, and there was always a party backstage. There was lots of champagne, and there was a really, really good fun vibe. Nowadays, I think it's a bit more subdued. It's more serious. But I understand why. It has to change. It's a cycle. My favourite photographer to work with was Peter Lindbergh. He didn't really take it all quite so seriously. He was very good at his job. He knew how to make you look gorgeous, which is very important. But he was really good fun, and he'd sit and take a long time over lunch. And Arthur Elgood's another great photographer who's just brilliant, has lots of stories, and he's just very calming behind the camera. Before I became a model, I had terrible dress sense. I was from the country, where you didn't have to make an effort with your clothes, really. It taught me to understand my body and what works with my body and my hair colour, and it taught me to have fun. It's like having the most amazing dressing up box to play with. So you get to see sort of massive spectrum of clothes and different styles, different colours, different materials, and it just opens your eyes, I think, to what's out there really and what you can wear to look great. I love Tokyo for shopping. They have some very, very unique shops that you don't see everywhere. I love vintage shopping. LA is very good for that. And for leather, Firenze. Of course. The icons that I love from an aesthetic point of view, Marilyn Monroe, I think she's beautiful, and Monica Bellucci, Sophia Loren, those kind of really voluptuous women who just are full of confidence and they're strong and don't take no for an answer. Those kind of women, like my mum.